Hi friends, welcome to Simplify Maths. Today we are going to learn Comparing Quantities Chapter 8 for Class 7. This is an introduction video. Ratio. What is ratio? A comparison by division. That is called a ratio. It is denoted by the symbol colon. See, this is the symbol. For example, if we are considering two quantities, whatever it is, 4:3, this is called a ratio. This is the way of representing two same quantities in this way. That means it is also a fraction. It is also a fraction. We are representing it in the ratio form. That's all. Ratio between two quantities A and B. How to represent it? A by B. Just a fraction. This is equal to, this fraction can be written as A is to B. In fraction, we are calling it as numerator and denominator, but in ratio, we are calling it as antecedent and consequent. See, for example, if you are having 5 pens and your friend is having 2 pens, means the ratio between you two having pens or pen is 5 and 2. 5:2. It is represented by 5:2. So similarly, we can take any two measures or quantities into consideration and we can give it as a ratio. Note, for finding out the ratio between two quantities, both of them should be expressed in the same unit. For example, if you are going to compare two things, means it should be in the same unit. If you are taking height as a measurement, means height should be compared with another height only. If your height is compared with your friend's height, means it should be height only. You should not compare your height with weight of your friend. Okay, unit should be same. If you are having 1 liter of water and your friend has 350 ml of water, you are having 1 liter and your friend is having 300 ml, means first of all you should convert liter into ml or ml into liter. 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. So 1000 is to 350. Also we should not give ml or whatever, centimeter, kilometer, whatever given, you should not show the units here. Just numbers alone. It is a pure number. Next, ratio should always be expressed in its simplest form. For example, if you are having 12 balls, suppose your friend is having 10 balls. So this is the ratio. How to express this? 12:10. You are having 12 balls, your friend is having 10 balls. But while expressing it in the ratio, so 12/10, in its simplest form, in fraction we have studied simplest form. What is the simplest form? If it has the common factor, we should divide both the things by the common factor. 2 is the common factor for both, right? We should divide the numerator and the denominator by the same thing. We will have 6/5. So the ratio here is 6:5. Correct? Simply 12 divided by 10. If you know to cancel, just cancel. That means you are dividing both the things by 2. That's all. So 12:10 can be represented as 6:5. Then only it is the ratio. Ratio should always be expressed in its simplest form. After this we cannot, that means 6 and 5 doesn't have any common factor other than 1. So this is the simplest form. After this we cannot cancel both the things. 6:5 is the ratio here. Similarly, next one, ratio is a pure number with no unit. So like I said before, it's a pure number with no unit. If your weight is 45 kg and your friend's weight is 42 kg, means it should be expressed like this. 45:42. We should not show, for example, 45 kg is to 42 kg. You should not represent like this. The units should not present while representing ratio. Simply numbers. 45:42. So keep it in mind well. A ratio is just a comparison by division. Ratio means comparison. That's all. Proportion. An equality of two ratios. That's all. See, instead of one ratio, we are going to take two ratios and show how it is proportion. That means we are taking an equality. The two ratios must be equal. If two ratios are equal, then they are in proportion. That's all. See here, 3 by 5 is equal to 9 by 15. They are equivalent fraction. We know, right? If you multiply the numerator and denominator by the same thing, whatever things you are getting as an answer, then both are equivalent. For example, see here, this 3 by 5 into 2 into 2. What we will get? 6 divided by 10. This is equivalent ratio. So here 3 3s are 9, 5 3s are 15. This is also equal. So enormously we can write and go. 3 into 4 is 12. 5 4s are 20. So etc. It will keep on going endlessly. So these are called equivalent fractions. Both are equal, right? Now that means their ratio is also equal. This can be given it in the ratio form like 3:5. This is one ratio. Instead of this equal to symbol, we are going to give colons like this. 2 colons simultaneously. Next, this is also a ratio. 9:15. That's all. Now, this is called a proportion because they are equivalent ratios or ratios of equal value. That means both are equal only. So proportion means equivalent ratios. Like equivalent fraction, proportions are equivalent ratios or ratios of equal value. This ratio is equal to this ratio. That's all. Next, the numbers making up a proportion are called, these are all called terms. So how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 terms are there. The first and fourth terms are called extremes or extreme terms. The second and third terms are called means or middle terms. In a proportion, the product of the extreme terms is equal to the product of the middle terms. Product means multiplication of the extreme terms is equal to the multiplication of the middle terms. That means 5 into 9. See, this is 45. This is also 45. Both are equal. Product of the extreme terms is equal to the product of the middle terms. In general, if A is to B, proportion with the C is to D, then how can we give ratio? A is to B means A by B is equal to C by D. Then just cross multiplication. Just to see cross multiplication alone. AD is equal to BC. A into D is equal to B into C. AD is equal to B into C. Equal. These products are equal. See, for in your school, if you are taking mark, 92% means what? It is 92 divided by 100. So this is called a percentage. Percentages are fractions with the denominator equal to 100. Always percentage means, keep it in mind, denominator must be 100. So percent is always 1 divided by 100. The value of this symbol is 1 divided by 100. If you are having, for example, 95 here means this should present in the numerator 95 like this. So 95 divided by 100. Always percentage means denominator should be 100. The word percent is derived from the Latin word percentum, meaning per 100. So per 100 means per each 100. Percent symbol is equal to, we all know this is called a percent symbol. 91% is equal to, it is nothing but instead of percent, you can give like this, 91 by 100. 75% means 75. Always this number accompanied with this percent symbol should come as a numerator. Instead of this percent, we should give divided by 100. That's all. So this is the percentage concept. In percentage, the denominator is always 100. So have the concept clearly. In percentage, the denominator is always 100. The value of percentage, just think like that. Percent means 1 by 100. Whatever number present, this should come as the numerator. That's all. Next main concept is profit and loss. For that, we should know what is cost price and selling price. Cost price means the price at which an article is purchased. For example, if you are buying a pen for 10 rupees means you are giving cost, no? So 10 rupees is the cost price, right? So this is called whatever you are purchasing, that is the cost price of an article. Selling price, if you are going to sell that pen for 12 rupees, that is called a selling price. So selling price of that same pen is 12 rupees. So whatever the price at which an article is sold is called selling price. That's all. Just keep it. Cost price means purchasing. The price at which an article is purchased is called cost price. Selling price means the price at which an article is sold is called selling price. So what is profit? You have purchased one pen for 10 rupees, but you sold it for 12 rupees, right? So you got profit only. See, profit is equal to if the selling price is greater than cost price, then you will get profit. If your selling price, so selling price minus cost price is your profit. In this case, you got profit of, how much profit you got? 12 rupees minus 10 rupees is equal to rupees 2. So 2 rupees profit you got. In the same scenario, if you sold the same pen for what you purchased it for 10 rupees, you sold it for some 7 rupees. So what will happen? That is called a loss. That means if the selling price is less than cost price, then loss will occur. Okay? Just keep it in mind like that. If selling price is greater than cost price, SP is greater than CP means profit. If selling price is less than cost price means it is a loss. So see here you purchased it for 10 rupees, but you sold it for 7 rupees. So rupees 3 is your loss here in this case. So this is the way you have to calculate profit and loss. So for this profit and loss also, what percentage profit you got or percentage of loss you got, it can be find out by this thing, by this formula. Profit percent equal to whatever profit you are gaining, just put that profit divided by CP into 100%. That's all. Loss percent means loss, whatever loss you acquired divided by cost price into 100%. Always CP should present in the denominator while making percentage. Whether it is either it may be profit or loss percent, CP should present, only CP should present in the denominator. Profit by CP into 100% is profit. Loss by CP into 100% is loss. Now we are going to learn simple interest. It is denoted by SI. So before getting into simple interest, we should know these things: principal, interest, amount, everything, time period. So let's see one by one. Principal. What is principal? The amount of money deposited or lent or borrowed is called principal. For example, if you are going to a bank and deposit 5,000 rupees means that is your principal. In a similar manner, if you are getting some 2,000 from the bank as a loan means that is also a principal. The main money, whatever you are deposited or borrowed as a loan, also principal. Just keep it in mind. Just think like that. Principal means the initial money, whether it may be deposit, lent or borrowed. That initial money is called principal, that huge money. Interest means the additional money given at the end of a period for using the principal. See, if you are putting 5,000 rupees in a bank, after a year you are going to withdraw this 5,000 means the bank won't give 5,000 only to you. They will add some extra money, 5,000 plus some 200 like that. This extra money you earned is called interest. The additional money given at the end of a period for using because bank is using this money, right? That extra amount is called interest. Next amount. The total money we received or pay is called the amount due at the time. See, for example, after 1 year, if you are getting from the bank 5,000 rupees and the interest is 200 rupees means this 5,200 is the amount. So, initially, first your initial amount is called principal. The additional money given at the end of a period for using the principal is called interest. The total of these two is amount. That's all. Just to have it clearly in mind. Principal plus interest is equal to amount. Next, time period. What is time period? No need to keep this amount only for 1 year. In fixed deposit, everything, you can keep it for some 3 years, 2 years, 5 years, even for 10 years. So that is called, that number of years you are keeping it, number of days or months, whatever you are keeping it is called a time period. The time for which the money is kept in the bank or for which the loan has been borrowed is called time period. See, now if P is equal to principal, now we are just denoting principal by P. R is equal to rate of interest. That means interest earned, that we are denoting it by R. T is equal to time period in years. So simple interest is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. This is the formula for simple interest. Principal into rate of interest into time divided by 100. For example, if you are depositing 5,000 rupees in a bank, so this is your principal. The bank is accepting give you 2% rate of interest. Percentage. It is in, see here, it is in percent, not the amount. 2% as the rate of interest. So the time period you are going to keep your money in a bank is 1 year. So how to find simple interest for this? Simple interest equal to formula PRT divided by 100. So this is equal to P is 5,000, your money, capital money. R is 2%. So keep 2 here. R is equal to 2 into time period is 1 year divided by 100. So how to calculate this? So we can cancel like this, 5 to 10, this is equal to 100. So this is your simple interest. That means interest amount you are earned, extra amount you earned, this is your interest. Suppose if you want to keep this money for some 3 years. So what is the formula? How to do this? Same thing. 5,000 your initial money, 2% your interest and 3 years is the time period divided by 100. Same thing. It will get cancelled. 100 into 3 is 300. If you multiply all this, we will get 300 as the interest for the 3 years. This is simple interest. So amount is equal to principal amount is 5,000 plus 100 for 1 year time period. 1 year means 5,100 you will get as an amount at the end of the year. Suppose at the end of the 3rd year you are getting means you will get 5,000 plus 300. 5,300 as the amount in the end of the 3rd year. So this is the way you can calculate your simple interest and amount. So using this formula, we can, if you want to know principal means principal is equal to cross multiplication. Simple interest into 100 divided by R into T. That's all. This is a formula. If you want R, what we need to do? Keep R in one side and just cross multiply. Simple interest into 100 divided by, keep the other things in the denominator, P by T. If you want to know T, keep T in the one side and cross multiply. Simple interest into 100 divided by this P and R will come as a denominator, R into P. That's all. These are the concepts you should know for doing comparing quantities. We will see the exercise problems in our next videos. Thank you.